Hello you guys, it is Wednesday. My husband went to go get us some pickup. He went to do that. I've got the little ones to myself. I'm gonna have to start getting used to it because he's gonna go back to work in a couple of weeks. I'm really nervous for it. I'm really nervous to be alone with two, only because I'm in pain. I am so close to being past the pain. I only have pain in my breast now. I don't have it in my cesarean. I don't need the belly band this time. In fact, I didn't really wear it this time except for maybe the first couple of days while we were home. I wish I had like written down postpartum wise with my son like I did pregnancy. I wish I could remember when the pain went away. I want to say it took like a solid 3 to 6 months for the pain to completely go away. That really sucks to think about because then that still puts us at another couple of weeks or a couple of months until I'm completely out of pain. I'm hoping that I can get out of pain sooner this time around though. I am giving myself more grace this time. I do not have the same mom guilt I had the first go around. I don't know if it's gonna come later in postpartum, but for now I feel really good as far as like mom guilt. I don't feel bad walking away. I don't feel bad, you know, letting my husband help out. I had so much guilt with my son. I never walked away if I knew he wasn't completely passed out. So like I wouldn't take a shower unless I knew he was completely passed out and he wouldn't wake up while I was in the shower, so my husband wouldn't have to, you know, deal with him. It was all, I don't know if it was just strictly hormones or what, but it was something that I really struggled with, was mom guilt really bad with my son. But I think being seasoned, I now am fully okay with her. Even when she cries a little bit, I don't run to her side, which with my son, when he even grunted, I was doing whatever I could to get him to calm down. So that's very different this go around, but I am still dealing with the pain in my breast, and that's really, whenever the pain's there, like right now I don't have any pain because I am on pain medicine, but whenever the pain is there, it really wears me out and really wears me down. And I do notice that the mornings that I didn't sleep well the night before, if you mess with me the first like hour before I've even gotten the pain medicine in me, like I am a bear. But that's usually only the nights I didn't get good sleep. If I got good sleep and I'm in pain, it doesn't really affect me as much. So sleep is definitely something that I took for granted the last time and this time. I wasn't aware that that makes such a difference. I also wasn't aware at how amazing you feel when you drink enough water. I struggle with this. This is my biggest struggle, making sure I drink enough water. I just don't want water. And that's so weird for me because I was always a water girl. I drank so much water in a day, and now I just don't want it. Whenever the pain medicine is in, I try to get a little bit more adventurous on trying to perfect her latch and her positioning. I just don't know. I've tried all the positions. I've tried all the little tricks that I've read and seen and known from last pregnancy or last postpartum, and this time I see a lot of talk about people snipping the tongue ties and the lip ties. I personally do not want to do that, especially for breastfeeding. If it were solely for like the speech, that's the only thing that would make me consider it, but I definitely wouldn't do it just to make breastfeeding more comfortable, because I do know that it will be more comfortable as she grows bigger and as she gets better at breastfeeding. She's gaining plenty of weight. She is now 8 pounds 4 ounces. She was born at 7 pounds 11 ounces, dropped down to 7 pounds 2 ounces. And then the last appointment, which was last week, she was 7 pounds 12 ounces. So she went from 7 pounds 12 ounces to 8 pounds 4 ounces or 5 ounces in just a matter of a couple days. So I feel very comfortable with the amount that she is gaining. I am trying to just give myself enough time and patience to perfect our breastfeeding latch and position and everything like that. I just really want to perfect it and give myself enough time to do so, because with my son I thought I had to have it perfect by day one, and that's just not the case. Some babies, it just takes time, and it takes time for you to learn. Even if it's like your 8th baby you're nursing, every mom I have read about have all said, I nurse so many other babies, but this one, it's just for some reason it's harder, and it's just because they're all made differently. So you have to relearn with every single baby that you have. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to update you guys on. We've pretty much spent the past couple of days outside a lot, letting him play in the sun. I've been really enjoying being outside. This quarantine has really started to like wear me down. We did allow, which this is our personal preference, something that we decided to do during the quarantine, something that we decided was right for our family. We did allow the grandparents to meet her this last weekend. So officially all of the grandparents have met little one, and the doctors all said, even in the hospital, they can't give us like a time frame. They can't tell us when it's okay to let her meet other people. You know, it is what it is. And it's basically just kind of up to the parents' discretion, like when they feel comfortable, and to make sure that they do know that the people who would be meeting her were quarantined this whole time and were safe and took the precautions. And so we felt it would be completely safe to let the grandparents meet her, and they did. And so now we feel really good about that. She's met her grandparents, they've met her, and it just feels really, really good. We're still staying completely quarantined. She hasn't met any of her aunts and uncles, cousins. She hasn't met anyone else. My son is being so sweet this quarantine, but if I am having any mom guilt, that's it. It's that he hasn't seen his cousins in months and months and months and months. He hasn't been able to play with other kids. He hasn't been able to play with anyone. When the grandparents did come over, he was a firecracker. He was so happy and so thrilled to be able to play with other people and to hang out with other people, and it just, you could tell it just like was everything to him. And so it just really breaks my heart that this is the life that we're living right now. I know that these days will come to an end as well, but it is really hard. I'm having a really hard time being home all the time. It's the same routine every single day, and thankfully it's not leading into any kind of postpartum depression. I really worried about that during pregnancy. I thought it would, but it has not caused any issues just yet. There are days especially at the very beginning, I had a lot of anxiety. You have to talk yourself off of that like immediately. The second you start feeling yourself have anxiety, you have got to turn it off immediately, or you will start to like spiral. I remember one day I just almost started panicking. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna do this with 2 kids? I'm in so much pain. I'm in a quarantine. I don't really know where I can go to, like, because sometimes you just have to go hide. Sometimes I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And there would be times that I just like would have like a panic. But those days, those were like the first couple days home when you're scared. You don't know how your new life's gonna look. You don't know what it's gonna be like with 2 kids, but so far it's been beautiful. My son has done beautiful. We've kept his routine in place. There's some nights that he gets to bed a little bit later. There's been nights that he's got to bed earlier too though, but his routine for the most part is completely in place, and then we just kind of fill her in wherever we can. And she's pretty much put herself on a schedule. If you really pay attention to your newborn, they pretty much are on a schedule themselves. She seems to nap the same exact time that he naps. She wakes up the same exact times overnight, no matter, like, she was cluster feeding the last, I'd say 48 to 72 hours has been pure cluster feeding, and thankfully that's over. She finished that like last night. I would say she was done with the cluster feeding stuff. That's really good. But now she's more on like the sleepy stage again. So she did all the feeding to like get all the nutrition, and then now she's more in the sleepy phase, which is so nice. I love the sleepy phase. So she's sleeping right now too, which I don't know. I've read that you can't like let them oversleep in the day. Like if they sleep a lot in the daytime, it doesn't mean they're gonna be up all night. I don't really know the science behind any of that. I don't really know like how all of that works. I just know that during the daytime, and per my pediatrician's recommendation, I feed her every 2 to 3 hours, depending on what's more convenient for me at the time. I make sure she feeds every 2 to 3 hours, and that really helps overnight. She doesn't need to feed a ton. I know I'm like rambling a ton. I'm waiting. I don't even know if I told you guys, but I bought a new MacBook. You guys have heard me talk about it for years, not months, years. You guys have heard me talk about how bad I needed a new one. I finally bit the bullet. Typically I wouldn't do this, but I did go ahead and get the top of the line one, only because I wanted to make sure that it would last this time. My last one lasted me 7 years, 6 or 7 years, and which I think is actually a really good amount of time. I really feel comfortable with that amount of time. But I got actually like a specialty model, like it was like lower end, but I didn't care. As long as it was a MacBook, I was like, I don't even care. And they warned me that it wasn't going to be a machine that lasts me forever. So the fact that they even warned me when I bought it that it wouldn't last too long, and the fact that it did last this long, and I was able to, you know, I know it was kind of like a pain in the neck the past couple of years, or like a year, but the fact that it was able to last me this long and I was able to still run a business on it, I feel really comfortable having spent the money that I did on this new machine so that it'll last me a little bit longer. I think that's enough rambling. I am gonna go get some editing done, drink some coffee, and hopefully my husband's home soon because he bought me tortilla chips and I really need some tortilla and salsa. I craved all through pregnancy and I'm still craving postpartum. I'm upset. Hello! Today is Thursday. I'm just wanting to come on here really quick. Little one is a little bit grumpy right now, so I'm gonna have to go tend to her in a minute. But my husband is getting us the Target drive up right now. I have like these organic cotton nipple pads I've had since my son. I remember not liking them with my son, but I remember it was all I had and I didn't want to like spend money on disposable ones because I wasn't sure if I'd even like them. I tried the Amita ones that were sent to me with my pump. It was like free sample. I love them. I am now going to switch over to disposable ones. I mean, I'm sure everyone has their opinions on which is better. I personally want to try them. The cotton ones stick to the nipple and it hurts so bad when you take them off, so I'm like, forget that. And some more lanolin. Lanolin has been a game changer this go around. I don't think I gave it enough time with my son, and I feel like because I was so used to the other creams and balms and oils and stuff that I didn't want to give lanolin a chance. Honestly, lanolin has been a game changer this time, so I have been using it. So he's getting me my 3rd bottle. I'm going through it like crazy. I have silverettes that are actually in the mail, so they'll be here literally any second. So I'm waiting for those to get here, and then I'll switch over to those and see if it works, and if not, I'll just go back to lanolin. We ordered just some snacks and some drink. Breastfeeding still hurts. I'm still taking ibuprofen. It just still hurts, and I hope it's not messing up my stomach because there's like a pain in my upper stomach, but I feel like it's more of like a muscle pain. I'm just really excited for the disposable nipple pads. Is that crazy? Probably. And I'm very excited for the silverettes. I'm really, really, really hoping that they work. I doubt they're gonna help with vasospasms, but I'm hoping it does because that'll be another game changer. Hello guys, some light in here. I feel like I do the same thing every single time I talk to you guys. Today's Friday. I'm waiting for my husband to get us some food. I am feeling really good. I am like able to go the entire day pretty much without any pain. Her latches still cause me discomfort, but I guess because I have been so good at taking medicine, I'm not getting the in-between feeding pain. So I'm really starting to believe that she is getting better and better and better, and that I should find like full comfort within the next couple of weeks. So I'm just really staying hopeful with that. That is the update of where I'm at right now. I'm really just kind of documenting this for other women who have cesareans. This is just real life, and this is just kind of how it goes. I did get sent these nursing cups. I guess it's just called like nipple cups, nursing cups. Anyway, they are from the brand Silverette, and I believe they're like the original nursing cups. They're made of complete sterling silver. I would show them to you right now, but I have them on and I don't want to take them off. Basically, they are intended to replace having to use lanolin or any kind of nipple cream, which I'm really for because I don't necessarily want her to constantly be eating lanolin or any kind of nipple cream, to be honest with you. Also, the other thing that I'm noticing is that my nipples are much happier not chafing against nipple pads. So I did change the nipple pads to disposable ones. I think I told you guys that. So I just am using the Target ones. I think if I use these Silverette though, I think as long as I'm using these cups, I think I'm gonna use my reusable nursing pads, because the reason why I didn't like the reusable ones is only because it's stuck to my nipple. Going for a feed and having to go through pain ripping a nursing pad off your nipple, like it just wasn't worth it. It just sucked. Whereas these disposable ones, I noticed, do not stick to the nipple as badly, if at all. Anyway, I've been using them. I've officially been using them for over 24 hours, and I've seen a lot of people notice relief within 24 to like 48 hours. And they do say to give it time though, to give it like a week to 2 weeks to like really heal. But I don't know if it's the pain medicine, because even when I wasn't wearing these, I was feeling really good between feeds. But I do feel like it is doing something. I really like that I'm not chafing against, you know, my bra or the nipple pad. I really like that it provides that barrier. I do still, I don't know, like after a feed, I feel like I just want that moisturization from the lanolin. I've become like so in love with lanolin. it's so funny because I couldn't stand it that much like with my son. I didn't really give it enough time, but now this one I like love it. I still crave putting lanolin on sometimes. I would prefer that just to have that extra moisture, but I'm really trying to make sure that I fill these cups with breast milk, because the first little bit I wasn't, and I feel like that kind of was what was causing me a little bit of discomfort, because I just wasn't filling it with breast milk. And you don't need to fill it, you just want a couple drops in there, but you need something to kind of like make your nipples moist, and then I'm sorry, I know a lot of people don't like that word, but moisturized. So far I really like them. Again, I am taking pain medicine, so I can't 100% say that they are providing 100% relief. Yeah, that's pretty much the update with that. I'm liking these silverettes. I'm gonna give them time. Anyways, that was a lot about my nipples, but again, I just hope that this helps some mamas out. Little girl woke up good. She's been taking such a long nap, like honestly like a 3-4 hour nap. So I'm gonna go grab her, and she took like a 4-hour nap before that. So she slept a lot today. We ordered all new bedroom furniture, so we're gonna have a king size bed with all new furniture. We're getting rid of like all the dressers and stuff. Like we're getting rid of all of it. And our bed, we love our bed, but because we got a king size, obviously that's even better. And our new one is gorgeous. Our whole new set is so beautiful. So we're getting all new furniture delivered in a couple of weeks. We already got the bed. We ordered from Bed Gear. I will let you guys know what I think about it. No, it wasn't sponsored. They're not working with me. They don't even know I exist. We bought it ourselves, but I'll let you guys know what I think about it. We bought all that. We're still waiting on our outdoor furniture. Who knows when that is coming? Hopefully within the next couple of weeks. We ordered it like 2 months ago, still haven't gotten it. I ordered something from the Mermaid Collective. I saw someone with a bracelet I really loved, so I ordered something from the Mermaid Collective. It's gonna take forever because it comes from Australia. I ordered a new phone case from Casetify. I saw someone with this case and I loved it, and I thought it'd be perfect for the summertime, so I went ahead and ordered it. Once all of them come, I will show you and leave links in the description, but I guess I could leave them now too, because yeah, that's pretty much the only updates I have for you guys. I'm gonna go check on little girl, get her nursed up, get her all comfy, and my husband's bringing us home some chilies. It is a stormy night. I think it's gonna clear though within the next like hour. It's been storming. I think that's why the kids were sleeping so great. I can't believe I'm saying kids. She was cluster feeding the last couple of days, so I feel like that's really what put a lot of pain in my breasts again. But now that I think she's like, I'm producing way more milk, I have a really good routine going, which I'll talk about later on, but I think that's what was causing them to be like really painful. But now that she's not cluster feeding as much, I feel like they'll be able to heal again, so that's always really good. But let me go get my little babe.